What is up, everyone? My name will be Josh. This is StrainCentral, and today we are going to be doing an effects log on some Delta-8 gummies. So I've had quite a few people actually ask me about Delta-8 gummies, the effects that you feel from Delta-8, and I know I made that video a couple weeks ago about Delta-8. So today, it's kind of going to be like a direct, like I said, effects vlog. I'm going to do two different dosings. I'm going to do a 50 milligram dose for a more functional daytime high, and I'm going to do a 250 milligram dose for a much more less functional sleepy high. So I've been using this pretty consistently throughout the day as a micro dose, between 25 and 50 milligrams a day. And that's giving me a very functional, clear-headed, there's a slight high there, but it's less groggy than a CBD high. I notice that sometimes when I consume CBD, I get groggy. So Delta-8 I'm finding is giving me a much more functional, head high per se, less of a body high in small doses, and much more of a daytime functional high. So it is morning. We're gonna go ahead and start our day off the best way I know how, and that is 2 Delta-8 gummies down the hatch. Cheers. Dude, the watermelon and the strawberry are so fucking tasty. Unbelievable. So 50 milligrams of Delta-8 down the hatch. I'll give it probably 45 minutes to an hour, and I'll come back to do a check-in with you guys. Alright, so it has been just about a little over an hour now, actually. And I am feeling a little bit of something. I haven't smoked or consumed anything else today. I've had a cup of coffee and some food. But other than that, the only thing I've consumed in terms of cannabinoids is Delta-8. And I immediately feel a little bit high. It's weird. It's almost like when you hit a cartridge and you're just on that cusp of starting to get high. That's almost kind of what a small dose of Delta-8 feels like. And I know this will range kind of for people. For people with lower tolerances, a 50 milligram dose you probably will feel. I have kind of built up a Delta-8 tolerance. I would actually even say my Delta-8 tolerance is probably currently higher than my Delta-9 tolerance. But currently right now at 50 milligrams, I feel functional. My head is very clear. It's super easy for me to still articulate things. I feel like I'm starting to get high, but I'm not quite there. And maybe that'll change. I'll come check in a half hour, an hour or so and see if that changes at all. But I really like the functional effects of a small dose of Delta-8. Alright, so we are about an hour and 55 minutes overall into this. And I'm still feeling quite functional. My brain is still quite uplifted. I still feel like I can get things done. My brain doesn't feel cloudy. I don't feel impaired per se. About 2 hours in, it is kind of making its way into my body. I don't necessarily feel like it's a heavy body high like you would a CBD or a heavy indica. You can feel it in your body, but it's still mostly in the head. It's still mostly a cerebral, slightly euphoric, functional, clear-headed high. This would be a really good thing to consume, if you were a daily smoker and you didn't want to necessarily get super stoned or super high at work. Maybe take 1 or 2 of these before your day. You're gonna feel something. It's not gonna stone you out of your brain to the point you can't do your job, and you can kind of take one of these, be good throughout your day. Once you get home, that's when you can actually get the real smoking going. So I like these for just a functional daytime high. The watermelon and the strawberry are 2 of MoonWlkr's absolute favorite flavors for me. Alrighty guys, so we are going to go ahead and do our 250 milligram dose of the strawberry gummies today. These are the Phobos. Before I actually jump into that though, I'm going to go ahead and get into smoking. I'm going to smoke a single bowl. This is my first bowl of the day. May actually even be my only bowl of the day. We'll see. But I definitely hope you guys are smoking along, dabbing along, vaping along, getting those cannabinoids nice and deep into your lungs, because these are going to be deep into mine. This is some purple punch, I do believe. So cheers, my friends. Let's get ourselves a nice rip here. It's always good to get the first one of the day. This is actually the StrainCentral beaker tube. There's only 10 of these left. I am sending these out myself. I'm sending letters with them on StrainCentral.net if you would like to check them out. Get them while they're last. There's only 10 of them left. So cheers, friends. nothing that beats that, like, first smoke of the day, first bowl of the day. Whew. It calms everything right down. Alright, so, now, like I said, we took our 50 milligram dose earlier, functional daytime high, got me through the day. I'm still feeling pretty good. I still do, I mean, prior to smoking that bowl, I felt a slight head high. Now I feel a much stronger head high. But let's eat our gummies. So 250 milligram dose of these would be, what is that, 10? Yeah, because they're 25 a piece. So 50, 100, hold on, gotta make sure my cat doesn't eat that. Here's 4 more. That's 200 and 50. Okay, so 250 down the hatch. I'll check in with you guys in about 45 minutes to an hour, and we will get an actual effects test. Alrighty guys, so I'm like probably a little over an hour actually into that dose. Flip the camera back around for that one. I definitely am feeling like a euphoric, heavy head high. It does also kind of bring with it that like body, you know, sink you into the couch. I can guarantee you once I sink into that couch and put something on Netflix, I'm going to be asleep within a half hour. I really like edibles like this. I use RSO sometimes at night. This is a really good substitute for RSO. Because it's better for me than taking just like big doses of melatonin or anything else. Like this is a really, really solid body high that's going to really allow me to kind of just euphorically lay down and put myself to sleep. So this is a heavier dose, a much higher dose than I normally take. Normally I would say 150 would get me to bed, but you know, for science we had to see what 250 would do. I can tell you they take effect quicker than I expected, and I'm pretty sure they're going to last longer than I expect, but let's see. I'm expecting to probably feel these tomorrow morning, but not like super heavy. Alrighty guys, so I actually, after that last clip, did not film anymore last night because I was out cold. So, I'll definitely say, it's pretty late. I slept for like 9 hours last night. So, I got like a really genuinely good night's sleep off a dose that big. And the biggest thing is I woke up this morning not necessarily feeling like super groggy. My mind's still pretty functional. I'm still pretty aware. I don't feel cloudy. Honestly, I feel even less cloudy than when I take like melatonin. Like sometimes when I take melatonin, I don't really feel like my brain's really fully going and like there until I get a couple cups of coffee in me. Whereas with this, I'm still a little bit slow because I haven't had much caffeine yet. I had like half a cup. But my brain's still pretty functional and I got an actual good night's sleep. So for someone who fucking really struggles with insomnia, I've struggled with insomnia for a really long time and just like actually maintaining a healthy sleep schedule, something like this is like a kind of a vital supplement to my routine. So thank you very much MoonWlkr for sending some gummies over my way. So I do believe if you use the code StrainCentral, you can actually get yourself 15% off your order of them. So I definitely suggest checking them out. They have some really fucking awesome products. But I'm going to go ahead and quickly take a rip. We're going to go ahead and start this day with a bowl. I have a fuck ton of editing to do after all the content I made yesterday. So we're going to start with a little half CBD, half, what is this? It's this, oh, Super Lemon Haze bowl. So cheers, friends. Stay positive, stay medicated. Peace, friends.